Hi, I'm Terry Tucker, author of Sustainable Excellence: 10 Principles to Leading Your Uncommon and Extraordinary Life, and the featured author in Perspectives on Cancer: Stories of Healing, Hope, and Resilience. Welcome to another edition of Sustainable Excellence Extras. Today, I'd like to tell you a story about a successful man who died a failure. Robert Fulghum's book, It Was on Fire When I Laid Down, relates a success story about a man who died a failure. John Pierpoint was his name. In 1866, at age 81, he ended his days in Washington, D.C. after a long string of personal defeats. Things began well enough. He graduated from Yale, which his grandfather had helped found, and chose education as his profession with some enthusiasm. However, he was a failure as a teacher. He was too easy on his students, so he turned to the legal profession. He was a failure as a lawyer. He was too generous to his clients and too concerned about justice to take the cases that brought good fees. He tried dry goods next. He failed at business. He was too liberal with credit and didn't charge enough for his goods. He tried writing poetry and being a minister. He failed at both endeavors. He even tried politics. He ran for governor of Massachusetts and Congress. He failed to win either race. When the American Civil War began, he was 76 years old, and he signed up as a chaplain for the 22nd Regiment of the Massachusetts Volunteers. However, he couldn't do it. It was too much of a strain on his health. Someone found him an obscure job in the back offices of the Treasury Department in Washington, and he finished the last 5 years of his life as a menial file clerk. Fulghum tells us that from the distance in time, one could insist that Pierpoint was not a failure. His commitments to social justice, his desire to be a loving human being, his active engagement in the great issues of his times, and his faith in the power of the human mind are not failures. But every December, especially in colder climates, we celebrate his success for something entirely different. In our hearts and minds, we carry a memorial to him for a song. You see, John Pierpoint wrote Jingle Bells. In his book, Fulghum says to write a song that stands for the simplest joys, to write a song that 300 or 400 million people around the world know, a song about something they've never done but can imagine, a song that every one of us, large and small, can hoot out at the moment the chord is struck on the piano and the chord is struck in our spirit. That is not a failure. Please leave me a comment about your thoughts on how someone successful can die a failure. Your opinions and perspectives are valuable, and I'd appreciate hearing from you. Also, please head over to motivationalcheck.com to get your daily dose of inspiration and motivation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.